be Maddie Heringa. The second lock will be Jen Lewaren. Blindside flanker Tania Wheeler. The open side flanker, Emma Jacobs. The number 8 will be Tiara Mason. The scrum half, Mara Tamayo. And the fly half will be Maya Grassi. The wing, Lily Heineman. The inside center, Molly Jackson. The outside center will be Julie Crochet. Wing 2 will be Halana Garcia. She is the one that we highlighted in the pregame for Mount St. Mary's. And then the fullback, Lavana Aroman. And we are off with the action down around the 22-meter line. We have our first scrum of the day. We'll try to get you Westchester's lineup here. The loose head prop for the Golden Rams, Grace Larko. The hooker is Faith Morley. The tight head prop, Bela Schindeldecker. Lock number 1, Sophia Monbusen. The second lock, Monique Gervier. Blindside flanker, Katie Moritz. The open side flanker, Jua To. The number 8, Heather Spangler. The scrum half is Harley Devine. The fly half, Kylie Corliss. The wing, Kelsey Diabo. The inside center, Haley Spangler. The outside center, Autumn Saplicki. She is the one we highlighted for the Golden Rams to watch. The second wing will be Corin Gallagher. And the fullback will be Lauren Mandolin.
We have a knock-on advantage there, Jim.
And try to explain to the viewers what the knock-on advantage is.
Well, if a player mishandles the ball and it goes forward, then it's a knock-on. And what a referee will usually do is play some advantage to the team that has retention in the ball. And if they can make something out of it, then the knock-on will just go away and the play will continue. But as you can see, Westchester gained no advantage there, so they're going to scrum it down at right about their 22-meter line.
So a lot of the action here in the first 2 minutes down in Westchester's end, right around that 22-meter line. We've already seen a number of scrums right down there. And Marlena Cower is our referee in the middle this afternoon. She's officiating the rugby game. And now the ball is out.
That's Haley Spangler on a big run.
Spangler gets by one of the last players. She's running down the far side. And finally brought down almost near the other 22-meter line. Westchester's now in the offensive zone. Jua To now has it. And now the ball comes out again, and they're going to pitch it down the line. Try a run up the middle. We got a penalty.
We got an offside penalty there, Jim. And Westchester likes to run with the ball.
And now that ball's back on the ground. And back out. Pitch it down the line. Faith Morley, is that Faith out there?
That was Faith Morley on the run there. Another penalty. It looks like the referee is going to give a warning for what could be a high tackle.
So explain to the viewers a little bit about the tackling. I know it's a lot different than it is in the game of football, which a lot of people would probably try to make those comparisons. But the high tackle.
Any tackle below the armpit or above the armpits is considered a high tackle. It's one of the big things that rugby is trying to police out of the game is any type of dangerous tackle.
And so the Golden Rams still
retain the ball.
Yep. They quickly get it out.
And there goes Haley Spangler.
Spangler's had 2 really nice runs today.
Well, that's her sister. That's the sister that plays the inside center. looks like the penalty was not rolling away from the ball after the tackle.
And so now Mount St. Mary's elects to kick. They kick it out of bounds. I know we were talking in the pregame a little bit about your choices on penalties. Explain to the viewers a little bit about what Mount St. Mary's chose right there to kick it out of bounds.
Because they got the penalty in their own end of the field, they elected to get some field possession, so they kicked the ball out of bounds, and they will now restart play with a line out at about the 47-meter line. All right, the ball was not thrown in straight. It'll be Westchester's put in at the scrum.
And so on those lineouts, the ball has to go straight down the middle.
Yep.
And then each team is trying to, like, are you trying to catch it or are you trying to hit it? Okay.
You're trying to catch it, and the one advantage that the team has that's throwing the ball in is they know who they're throwing it to.
Yeah.
The other team, they're going to just, they're going to make an educated guess on where they're going to defend.
And so now in this scrum, so kind of try to explain a little bit about the scrum and what the teams are trying to do and why they would kick the ball right there.
Well, right there again, Mount St. Mary's kick for field position, and it looks like the whole back line of Westchester was offsides on that one.
And so when Westchester went to kick that ball, do you have to be equal with the person kicking the ball? You can't be in front of them?
You cannot be in front, correct.
Okay. Because it did look like an awful lot of the Golden Rams were in front of her on that kick.
Yeah, they were a little bit premature on that one. All right, so it looks like Mount St. Mary's has a line out at about the 5-meter line. This is probably their best field position of the game so far.
Marlena Cower, the official, went over, talked to her assistant referee. She's going to get the teams in position here for this line out for the Mount. Still scoreless here. We are in the 8th minute. Early on in the first half of this NIRA semifinal. Ooh, now Tiara Mason trying to push the ball through there was tackled.
It's a nice defense by Westchester.
Especially on that girl. That was a big girl. And now number 3 is going to try to drag her defender. That was Chandri McNatt. And she's still trying to get over the try line, trying to get the Mount on the board early.
Those last 5 meters are usually the toughest right there. And it looks like Mount St. Mary's just went over for a try.
And that will put them up 5.
Their loose head prop.
5-0.
Their loose head prop.
Jordan Butcher.
Looks like Jordan Butcher just scored the try. Now Mount St. Mary's will have a very tough conversion kick because the conversion is taken perpendicular from where it was placed down in the try zone. Ideally, players
for Mount St. Mary, number 1, Jordan Butcher.
Ideally, players want to try and get the ball as close to the post as they can to make it easier for their kicker.
Correction. Try scored for Mount St. Mary, number 3, Chandri McNatt.
So Chandri McNatt was the
number 3.
Yep, the tight head prop, not the loose
head, didn't I?
Yep. So she was the one that scored the try, and it'll now be Maya Grassi to try the conversion. I don't think that's going to be good.
Nope, no good.
That was wide right. So it will be 5-0. The Mount St. Mary's leading in the 10th minute on a try by Chandri McNatt. And we'll have a restart from midfield.
It's one of the strengths of this Mount St. Mary's team is their pack. They're a very large, very strong pack. Westchester's going to have to get the ball out and have these forward players for Mount St. Mary's running. And there's another knock on off the kickoff. Jew with toe.
Toe down the far sideline. And now it's carried on by the tight head prop for
Baylor Singledecker.
Yep.
There's Grace Larko on the ball.
Pushing her way through.
And we have a penalty. Penalty to Westchester. High tackle. That was Haley Spangler off the penalty with a tough stop by Mount St. Mary's. Ball's out to Haley Spangler. Out to Autumn Zaplicki.
And that's who they want to get the touches right there.
That's who they want. Oh!
She missed on. She looked like she was trying to flip it there
Yep.
to the loose head prop.
It was a good idea.
She just couldn't quite get it to Larko.
I'll have to scrum down to Mount St. Mary's.
And so now do they have an injury time?
It looks like Harley Devine is coming off hobbled.
Or maybe just cut. Did she cut her hand? So are these injury timeouts like time? Do they have to fix her up in a certain amount of time or replace her?
Well, we're going to see what if it's a. It looks like it's a contact.
Because you only get X amount of subs. What, 3 subs or 6? No, 6
more
subs.
Than that. I believe they get 8 subs now.
8. Okay. So we are just in the beginnings of the 13th minute. And that was indeed Harley Devine, the scrum half for the Golden Rams.
It looks like the contact's back in. All right, scrum down to Mount St. Mary's on about their own 10-meter line. Ball in. A good push by Westchester.
Boy,
a good drive.
It's tough to see that try line, too. Oh, the Mount is out with it, and now they're going to kick it away.
All right, the ball to Corinne Gallagher.
Gallagher's going to, she's going to
Nice
try the
move.
sideline.
All right, the ball's down.
And that ball's
There we
pushed
go.
out. And the Golden Rams will now try to get it back
Picked up by Spangler.
deep into the Mount's zone.
Spangler is only a freshman, and she's making a really big mark on Westchester's team this year. Stepping right in at number 8. She's one of the best runners with the ball on this team. There's Grace Larko running with the ball. And now the ball goes out. To Haley Spangler. Ball back out.
On the far sideline now, the Golden Rams closing in on that 5-meter line.
Back to Larko.
Larko tries
Ball
to
out.
pull her way through. Oh, ball on the ground, picked up nicely though.
By Haley Spangler. And here comes the ball, get it out. To Corinne Gallagher. To Kelsey Diabo. And the ball's out of bounds.
Oh.
Out of bounds at about the 3-meter line. Great defense by Mount St. Mary's.
Yeah, they strung that play out nice to the sideline. And now we will have, what, another line out, right?
Line out to Mount St. Mary's. That's not going in the line out. Scrum down to Westchester. This here is Westchester's best chance, their best field position of the game so far.
And they trail 5-0 in the 16th minute. They're looking to try to even things up here. Now, do you think they come out and try to go to the right to make any kind of a conversion easier, or are they just trying to get it in?
I think they're just trying to get in at this point.
And the ball's out. Oh, a little misdirection there.
Move.
Yeah.
To Lauren Madeline.
And it's back out, and they're going to go to the far side. A nice little pitch right there at about the 7. Though it is tough to see the try line from all the way over on the other side of the field.
Mount St. Mary's is playing tremendous defense this game so far.
They really are. They're defending the try line really well. And here come the Golden Rams again, trying to pitch it all the way outside, but they missed their mark.
Nice little kick ahead.
And it's going to be fallen on by Mount St. Mary's. And now they're going to try to bull the ball out of their end. Lavana Roman.
Oh.
Yeah. Is it?
What do we see here? Forward pass by Westchester will be a scrum down to Mount St. Mary's at the 5-meter line.
Oh, boy. Boy, I thought Westchester was going to buy a break there when the ball got on the ground in the try area. So here we go with a scrum right around the 5-meter line.
We have a penalty to Mount St. Mary's. It looks like the call was barging in the front row.
And now they will
kick
kick
for
it.
Touch. Does not make touch. Harley Devine with the ball to Corinne Gallagher.
Oh, Gallagher, a little jump move. Didn't work. She has to give the ball up
Ball's
now.
Out to Spangler.
Spangler runs through one, Mount.
And we have a knock on. Knock on by Katie Moritz. Good idea. Unlucky handling.
Let's go, Westchester!
So now we will have a scrum for Mount. The Mount leading 5-0. 19th minute of the first half.
It's a good push by Westchester.
The ball is out.
And Mount St. Mary's is running with it.
Oh, they can't quite grab her. Now they finally do. They catch up to her. That was Saplicki that caught her.
And then we have a kick by Grassi. Oh.
Medallion is going to scoop it up. And a quick pitch that she was on top of early. The Mount got down there quickly. I thought she was all alone.
There you go, Spangler again with another bruising run. by Corliss. That finds touch. Line out to Mount St. Mary's.
So when that finds the touch, you mean that Westchester will keep possession by having the line out, correct?
No, if Westchester kicks it out in the field of play, then the ball goes over to Mount St. Mary's. The only time a team would retain possession after kicking the ball out of bounds is on a penalty.
Oh, okay.
Line out, not straight. Westchester will get the scrum down. Not going in the line out.
Halfway through the first half. Still 5-0 the Mount. Chandri McNaught in about the 9th minute, if my memory serves. She went over for a try for the Mount on the near sideline here. That is all the scoring we have for you so far in this NIRA semifinal.
I think both teams have gotten rid of the butterflies, and I think they're going to settle down to a nice defensive game now.
And it was a defensive game the last time they met, a 15-14 affair.
It was a messy one, though. And here goes Autumn Saplicki. This is one of the players that Mount St. Mary's is going to have to stop if they want to be successful today. And that was a nice 15-meter run she had.
Now Moritz gives the ball up.
Out to Spangler. There's a nice run.
Right around midfield here. And
There's a good kick by Corliss. And that is going to...
Oh, bounced right by the Mount player. Almost.
That's Kelsey Diabo with a nice tackle.
Yeah, nice open field tackle by Diabo.
Ball's out.
Oh, picked up nicely.
Oh.
Kind of a dangerous pitch there by Helena Garcia.
There we go. Number 13.
Julie Crochet. Julie Crochet just might take this. I don't think they're going to catch her. And the Mount is going to score again.
Whoa, what a run.
Boy, that was about a 60-meter run there for Helena Crochet. And that puts the Mount up 10-0 here in the 23rd minute.
10-0 with an easy conversion coming up.
Try scored for Mount St. Mary's, number 13, Julie Crochet.
And now we will have the conversion attempt by Maya Grassi. This one more straight on. The first one, she was at a very difficult angle to be kicking it through, but this one's virtually straight on for her.
You have the option to kick your conversions either a drop kick or off of a tee. Grassi has decided to kick off a tee.
That kick is through. And it is now a 12-0 game in the 24th minute. The Golden Rams find themselves down 12-0 in this NIRA semifinal. Again, the winner will move on to Harvard University, where Tier 2's championship game will be played, along with Tiers 1 and 3. The other Tier 2 semifinal, Queens of North Carolina against Brown University.
And we have a restart now.
Kylie Corliss will restart it for the Golden Rams.
There's a good kick. It's got to go 10 meters.
Looks like it barely made it, huh?
And that's exactly where you want to put it.
Yep.
Westchester has retained the ball. a nice ruck, and we have Spangler again picking the ball and running.
Boy, she's been tough to bring down when
She's
she can
been
get
busy.
some, when she
And
can
we
get
have a
ahead of
penalty.
steam.
We have an offside penalty. And it looks like Westchester's going to kick for touch. A fine touch. They'll have the line out now.
And so that was the situation you were talking about earlier, where
Correct.
you do want it to go out and you will retain the
Yes.
possession.
On a penalty, you have the option to kick the ball out for field position, and you retain possession of the ball, but it must go out of bounds. Westchester has a line out at about the 18-meter line going in.
Oh, the Mount picks it up.
Sloppy line out by Westchester. And we have a penalty. Not releasing the ball. Once a ball carrier is tackled, they must release the ball, and the tackler must relieve the player carrying the ball. At that point, you start a ruck. And Westchester's now got the ball on the attack.
That was Juato.
And there's the hooker.
And now it's out with that
Out to
pass.
Spangler. To Haley Spangler.
She did a nice job adjusting to catch that
Yes,
pitch.
she did.
Now they're going to try to bull it over the try line. Boy,
That's going to be a tough task there with the type of game that Mount St. Mary's playing.
yeah, they've been very good inside their own 5-meter line.
We have another penalty to Westchester on about the 5-meter line. The referee is again warning one of the Mount players, and she is just awarded a yellow card. That is big.
Boy, I wish they had
That is
numbers
a
on the
big
front
yellow
of their
card.
uniforms.
Well, we'll tell you in a second who got that yellow card. Flanker number 7,
Emma Jacobs.
Emma Jacobs with the yellow card.
And they touch it, kick it out. Corliss pitches
Oh,
picked up.
Saplicki with the try.
Saplicki's in with the try, and the Golden Rams are now on the board. It is 12-5 here in the 28th minute. Autumn Saplicki over the try line for the Golden Rams. First points of the day.
That's her third try against Mount St. Mary's this season, Jim. And she is one of the keys to the game for
Score
Westchester.
for Westchester, number 13, Autumn Saplicki.
So that try for Autumn Saplicki, her 12th of the season. She leads the Golden Rams in that category. She also leads in points. She now has 60 points on the season with that try.
We got Corliss with the conversion here.
And she's not going to use the tee. She's going to drop kick it.
It's up and it's no good.
Short. All right. So 12-5 in the 29th minute. The Mount St. Mary's leads Westchester in this NIRA semifinal. The Mount will now restart it from midfield.
The Mount St. Mary yellow card will last almost to the end, almost to the start of halftime.
And there is no kind of release, right? Like she has to serve the full
10 minutes.
full 10 minutes.
And that ball did not go 10. It is Westchester's option. They'll take a scrum down.
So is this 15 on 14 then, or can you replace the yellow card?
On a yellow card, the only time you could bring a player on is if it's a front row player. But if you bring a front row player on, then another player on your team has to go off. Somebody must serve the yellow card, though,
Okay.
which is a 10-minute penalty.
Okay.
Scrum down to Westchester at the 50-meter line.
And now it's
Go.
out.
Going weak. And there we go, Kelsey Diabo on a run outside.
Oh,
She breaks
just got
one tackle. Jua with the pickup, the pick and run. Westchester's inside the 22. There goes Spangler again. And we got the final. Westchester's got the ball out. Good run by their number 4.
That looks like the Golden Rams got it, trying to get back in.
Single decker on a pick and run. And there goes Spangler again.
Just bullying through two St. Mary's players down around the 10-meter line, I'm going to say.
And she is only a freshman.
And they're now going to
ball's coming out.
Medallion. Ooh, for a little girl, she's
a tough one.
Pushing right through.
They
couldn't grab the.
And we have a knock on, but we're going back to a penalty.
The ball just couldn't be handled right there. I think they might have been in for a try at that ball been handled.
The referee was playing penalty advantage.
Now the ball goes all the way over the other side on the far sideline now.
All right, we have the referees conferring on the far sideline, determining if there was any foul play on that last penalty. And it looks like it's just going to be a penalty to Westchester for a high tackle.
And they touch.
Ball's out to the backs. Spangler to Larko, back to Spangler.
Kicked really wide.
Out to Zaplicki.
Zaplicki almost got through there.
Larko with a nice pickup.
Not
about
quite.
2 meters out. This is where it gets tight.
They're trying to push it over with Medallion.
And there's Corinne Gallagher.
Gallagher's out at
And
about the 1 meter. Wow, the Mounds defense really good right down there on the try line. Everything you get, they make you work for.
When you get that close, to the try line, there's really no threat that the team with the ball is going to kick it. So the defense does tighten up quite a bit. We have a line out to Mount St. Mary's.
So now Marlena Cower, the official, explaining something. Trainer's going to run on the field and look at the injured player for the Mount. It's hard to see her all the way over there in the back. I didn't even see her back there.
referee is conferring with the trainer, and it looks like we're ready to get back to action.
We're in the 35th minute. It is 12-5. The Mount here in the first half of the semifinal. And the line out goes to the Mount. That was grabbed by Maddie Heringa.
Ball down. Ruck has started. Larko steals the ball.
Now,
Schindeldecker with the ball down. And we have.
And they call it a try. Looks like she got over the line. Boy, it is tough to see that line from where we are.
It looks like number 2 scored that try. Let's.
Faith Morley.
It looks like Faith Morley may have picked that ball up and scored a try.
The trainers are looking at. Are they looking at Faith now?
Yeah, let's go. Yeah, number 2. That's who it was. We got a very tough kick here for Quiles-Kwock. It's about.
Try scored for Westchester, number 2, Faith Morley.
That was her second try of the season. So now Quiles-Kwock will take the. She'll now try the conversion using the tee this time. Again, another really difficult angle. It's now 12-10. Should this conversion go, it would tie things up. Just 3 or 4 minutes right before halftime. And that's going to be no good. So we will remain at 12-10 in the 37th minute.
Well, it looks. This is the exact kind of game we expected there, Jim.
Nice try, Kylie.
Good defense. Tries off of breaks. Whoever wins this game is going to earn it.
And when you look at Westchester's defense, really that one long run by Crochet, the 60-meter run.
Yep.
Other than that, I think Westchester's controlled a lot of the play.
Nice restart kick by Grassi. Corinne Gallagher picks it up.
But now she's down around the 22-meter line. Ball is out.
No foul play there.
Sophia Mombeson is picked up and tackled.
It's one thing this Mount St. Mary's team does well is ruck.
And the ball now pops out. Oh, it's fumbled away. Picked up by the Mount. Now the Mount has the ball right around the 22-meter line.
The referee will play the first knock on.
And it looks like our yellow card is up. 2 minutes left here in the first half. And it is still 12-10, the Mount.
Westchester took full advantage of that yellow card, scoring both of their tries during that 10 minutes.
Boy, you were right. That penalty was big. The Golden Rams got back into this with that when that penalty was called.
Well, I'll tell you, Jim, if I was a betting man, I would say we're going to see some more tries today. That's not going to be the final score.
But boy, what a game these two played down in Emmitsburg, Maryland, when they met earlier in the year.
Penalty advantage to Mount St. Mary's. It looked like it was a high tackle. Ball's coming out. Their big number 8.
Oh.
Taken down by Jutoa. And we're going back to the original penalty. High tackle.
Oh, it looks like she might have hurt her leg on that. She Looked like she did get caught in an awkward position when she got up in the air there. And now Toe's going to be spoken to along with the loose head prop for Mount St. Mary's, Jordan Butcher.
It looks like that was just a warning to both teams to keep the tackles down low.
We have seen a lot of those today.
All right, Mount's elected to run the ball.
Trying to gain some speed when they hit the Westchester line, but not going anywhere there.
And Westchester steals the ball. There goes Spangler one more time.
And she's going to try to get it out. Mondeson's trying to get people away from the pack.
We are at halftime.
So we're in some extra time here.
Quiles kicks it out.
And now the trainers are on the field for the Golden Rams.
Our clock is showing 40 minutes, but the referee, she will keep the official time.
Heather Spangler's being looked at as the teams get set for a line out.
A little banged up there.
Heather Spangler says she's okay.
Well, I think she sees that we're just about at halftime, and
we'll see how much more time Marlena Cower, the official, gives.
And we got a penalty, dragging a ball carrier down in a ruck. When that ruck forms, all the players are on their feet, and if the opposing team drags the ball carrier down, in a mall, this one where they're all standing up, they consider that dangerous play, and it's a penalty. So Mount St. Mary's just kick for touch, and they're going to have the line out at about the 5-meter line.
And we're just about a minute and a half into extra time here in the first half. 12-10 lead for Mount St. Mary's. And now they're down around the 8 or 9 meter line. Mount St. Mary's is pushing the pack. Westchester trying to defend that try line. Trying not to give up a try here right at the end of the half. Boy, that would be a momentum shift back to the Mount.
Westchester's driving over.
Looks like they've regained possession of the ball, huh?
Yeah, Westchester's driving them back. And they have the ball. And they're retaining possession.
It's now almost 3 minutes of extra time here in the first half.
And Quiles kicks the ball for touch, and that should be halftime.
There it is. Well, your score at the half of the NIRA semifinal, it is the Mount 12, Westchester 10.